Hi everybody, I'm Jorge and my team is Francisco, Maria Fernanda and Jorge Iván.
Hi, I'm going to talk about the statistics in periodism.
I'm Fernanda and I'm going to talk about a journalist called Fabiola Villafaña.
I'm going to talk about the most important problems about the journalism.
And I'm going to talk about what the journalism is and some of the challenges that the journalists need to face. First of all, we need to know more about the journalism, but we need to have some keywords, because journalism means information, and information means truth. So we can define the journalism as the collection of editing news and presentation through the mass media. It is important to say that in Mexico we have different types of journalism, in which the most important are the investigative journalism, the news journalism, the review journalism, and the column journalism. Of course, that there are many challenges that the journalists need to face, like for example, getting rejected by other people, even if they have a polite attitude. Then another big challenge that the journalists need to challenge is that they have to prioritize the schedule and they have to work efficiently and meet the deadline in the right time. And finally, they have to make sure that the name, photos, information, pages, headlines are correct.
Now I'm going to talk about the problems. The need to adapt to new technologies, succeed in translating credibility. Technology. Technology determinism is common among journalists when reflecting a change in their profession. Several studies show that journalists ascribe great power and independent agency to technology. For one, the digital revolution has inspired many organizations, including NPR, The Atlantic, and the New York Times, to experiment with new formats, including data visualizations, podcasts, and virtual reality. The results has arguably been greater. Audience engagement and richer diversity of news and commentary. The rise of new digital-only outlets like BuzzFeed, Vox, and Mashable also suggests that the internet may be a creator rather than destroyer of journalism. Finally, many outlets, including digital innovators like The Guardian or the New York Times, are experiencing a steady rise in overall readership, subscription, and digital revenue. Credibility. Credibility is crucial to a journalist's career, as well as the overall success of a publication. A journalist's credibility is both their trustworthiness and proficiency. Without these two key aspects, a journalist's career is looked down upon and not respected. With the growth of internet in modern times, a need for great credibility is also necessary when posting web-based news. Integrity is one of journalism's main code of ethics, which connects style to credibility in the end. Credibility is a central professional value for journalists. For audience, perceived credibility of the media affects choice and responses to the news. Scholars and journalists disagree about what constitutes credibility, but agree that it relates primarily to the truthfulness and accuracy of the fact journalist reports. Credible journals is reliable and believable.
As Miguel mentioned, in journalism exist many problems. One example is the adapting to social media. Nowadays, the journalists need to manage the social media very well. As we can see in this graphic, the social media network that most people use is Facebook and Instagram, so the journalists need to be active in these networks. In this other graph, we can see that about 62% of Americans get news from social media often. Other problem is the creativity of the news. If we see this data, we can realize why many people do not believe in all the news these days. So, thanks to this amount of false news is that many people began to doubt. This is more complicated for journalists because their news can often be seen as false. Then the journalists have to make a good reputation and make a perfect career. Another big problem is that many politicians and brands pay journalists to say good things about them. This makes many newspapers and journalists are associated with a trend, not a neutral trial. One of the problems in general that affect the country is insecurity. And in journalism, we can also analyze cases where the lives of many journalists have been in danger due to organized crime and the power of the politics. In Mexico, practicing journalism is exposing oneself to the danger of being disappeared or killed. Since 2000, the National Commission for Human Rights has counted the murder of 114 journalists, the disappearance of 20 journalists since 2005, and 49 attacks on the media since 2006. In this graph, you can see the relation of disappearances with the states. Veracruz and Tamaulipas are the states with the greatest insecurity for journalists. Behind them are Guerrero, Oaxaca, and Chihuahua. If we analyze more generally, it can be said that it does not depend on the zone of the country. Signed, the most dangerous places are two states of the north and two of the south.
As you can see, these problems affect journalists and are difficult for them. Some weeks ago, we had an interview with a journalist called Fabiola Garcia Villafaña, a journalist from Puebla, who explained that she has been a journalist for almost 10 years. She also said that she decided to be a journalist because she studied a communication degree, but then she realized that she wanted to go deeper. So she studied a degree in journalism. The reason why it got her attention is because in those days the mass media began to be larger and everyone was more connected to each other. Well, let's talk about the things she said. She said that you can be a journalist without being afraid of your life. She explained that along through the years that she has been a journalist, she has been very worried about her life. She also explained that the bad things of being a journalist are that in the last few years there have been so many murders of journalists for doing their own job. Operation is another point that was mentioned, because some newscasts only present news at their own convenience.
So I would like to give my conclusion about this project. So first of all, I would recognize that the journalists have one of the most dangerous jobs around the world. But it's not only the one of the most dangerous jobs, it's also one of the most important because they are the ones that keep people informed about the information of any subject, such as economical, politics, sport, or whatever you need to know. But here in Mexico, the troubles are that the journalists are not well paid, and also they are sometimes murdered by criminal groups, and sometimes they publish or they give information about troubles of the government, and the government doesn't like that. So there are two types of choices. If you continue publishing, you will have some bad consequences, or if you stop publishing those news, you will get a economic reward. So I think that I appreciate those journalists that love what they do, and also that they don't feel fear even though the dangers of their profession.
As you can see, the relationship between journalism and people can be difficult. Talking about that corruption and inequality go hand in hand. Many years from now, people have said and done very things, bad things and good things about this. As a student and as a citizen, I have to say that truth is the only thing that we have to do in order to continue being like this. Journalists have to continue doing their job without being afraid of what may happen. Because if you love doing something, you must keep doing that. And another problem that I like to talk about is the social media. While people start having problems with this, if you as a journalism keep on tracking and keep actualizing about media, you will be ahead of that another news very far.
So I think that journalism is a very difficult profession because there are many problems in journalism, specifically here in Mexico. The journalists have to know how to put their news in social networks, and another problems are that they are not good paid and they have to take care about the security because many of the bad organizations murder them.
Well, in my conclusion, now I can show the journalist is a very hard work, and social network affects a lot in this, so can be a counter and advantage. So, because more people see now who is writing the news and notice if it's true or false. So, I can say that journalism is very good when you do it with responsible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.